यहाँहरूलाई जबरजस्ती लादेर काम गर्छ त्यो होइन। यहाँसँग सहकारी गरेरै अगाडि बढ्छौँ र मैले सर्टली भन्दैछु, अब लुक्लालाई हामी फोकस गर्दैछौँ, यहाँहरूको सहयोग चाहिन्छ। यति भन्दै म आफ्नो 2 शब्द टुङ्ग्याउँछु। पुनः हाम्रो स्काई सेफ रहोस् भन्ने कामना गर्दै सम्झाउँछु। थ्याङ्क यू।
Thank you, sir, for enhancing the safety culture through your speech. And now, I would like to call on our chief guest for today, Mr. Buddhisagar Lamishani, sir, for his remarks, please. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. Chairperson of this very important program, Deputy Director General from Civil Aviation Authority of Nepal, expert representative from WFP Soliji, our Secretary General, and other experts from WFP, experts, representatives, participants from different aviation stakeholders, airline companies, journalists, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to be here in this very important program. Aviation's safety. It is never an issue in civil aviation system. And safety, not only in civil aviation system, in our human civilization, safety is important. And in civil aviation, it is first priority sector. Once vehicle safety management, then it goes a little far beyond from safety world. It talks about the collaborative approach in maintaining safety. So in later stage, ICAO and global aviation community developed this safety management system concept and implemented globally. And daily thousands of aircraft flying, and mostly they fly safely. And the aviation system is contributing to the global economy, global civilization, to connect world from every corner. So in this age of globalization, internationalization, the main tool of connecting people to people connection, it is, we can say, it is civil aviation. So the safety of civil aviation is primary, vital. So each and every countries who are a member of International Civil Aviation Organization, they are all countries, they are taking this safety issue, aviation safety, as a primary concern and giving their priority and making the institutions more strong. I remember this aviation safety campaign since 2013 with the help of World Food Program since the beginning. And I'd like to congratulate and thank WFP for supporting this very vital issue. This aware, to make aware and to enhance the capacity of our aviation partners, stakeholders in this issue. I am also happy to be part of this program since first episode. And I will expect to participate in future episodes also, because this campaign is that important. In my understanding, more than 1,000 participants, different professionals, different technical persons from different sectors. They are trained, and we believe in our safety process issue also this campaign has added some value, even though we have witnessed many unfortunate accidents. The accidents happening is that is unfortunate, but we cannot predict and we cannot suspect that happens. But our collective effort should be to minimize, to eradicate that possibilities, and this kind of programs will help to aware all of us. While working in this aviation industry, I understand the role of technical professionals, especially pilots, engineers, very important to prevent the accident. And while analyzing, while studying the accident scenarios and everything, international experience, theories, not only the role of pilot and engineers and other technical persons, the management part, human factor part, and other environmental factors, different factors play the role for the mishappening in the industry. So this kind of program will aware all the relevant stakeholders how to work jointly, how to work collectively to promote aviation safety in our industry. And safety is not only national concern, it is a global concern. We have already witnessed why it is a global concern. If any incident, accident happen in any corner of the world, that message will relate globally. There are different mode of transport. Many accidents, incidents happen in different modes. We never know how many accidents happen, how many road accidents, how many marine accidents or other accidents. But aircraft accident, everybody knows in aviation industry. So it is global factor. So in this good occasion, I urge all stakeholders to give more emphasis in this aviation safety campaign and its good cause. And let's work together and collaborate to make success this aviation safety campaign and to make our industry more safer and more affordable in future also. And at last, once again, I congratulate Awan for organizing this event continuously. And I hope this kind of campaign will continue in collaboration of all the aviation stakeholders in future also. And the support of WFP and other stakeholders also will remain continue to bring this kind of campaigns in future. And at last, once again, I would like to thank you all for this participation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And we also equally look forward for your participation in the future, sir. Now moving on, let's move on to the technical session highlights by Captain Daniel Juicy. I hope I pronounced it correct. Talking about him, he is a safety and a security specialist and a dedicated team player with a high degree of flexibility and adaptability to new situations. Words aren't enough to describe his personality, his potentialities, his contribution, and his achievements. Therefore, all over to Captain Sir. Thank you so much.
Namaste, dear. Okay, now. Namaste, dear dignitaries and distinguished guests and practitioners, fellow pilots, engineers, dispatchers, those who make it happen. It is my privilege to be back in Nepal. I was here after the earthquake 2015, and when I was asked by Mr. Samir if I could come here, I dug into the recent issues that have happened here. And I had not looked at your regulation specifically, and I have noticed what I can read, at least in English. There are specific mentions on safety, and this is great. And it is informing us as a very important document, 1959, and it challenges us to operate in this safety space. Of course, the companies need to make money. Otherwise, why would they exist? And they can't go bankrupt with disasters, because disasters can bankrupt us, as Nepal has seen in the past as well. So for me, it is like coming home. I might hold a Swiss passport, and this connects me to Nepal because of our mountains. I grew up in Thailand, and I worked in Africa, and my last 25 years I have spent in Afghanistan. So I might have a white skin, but I have a brown heart. And the cultures of Asia and of Africa, and how we can translate what aviation safety might have been pioneered across the Atlantic. And when we look at EASA and all of its requirements, for that context, how can we make it work here? This is my passion. I looked at the NASP, the National Aviation Safety Plan for Nepal, 23 to 25. And it highlights a number of very interesting things, 21 AOCs, 5 of which are international. And promotion is mentioned 15 times. Insufficient data exists to complete typical data-driven analysis. A number of things were highlighted. Develop a safety database for monitoring safety issues. Data was mentioned 29 times. Safety data 8 times. Analysis 21 times. And the gap of safety information and effectiveness 35 times. So, how can we make this work? If we translate this into some of the challenges, this is also out of the NASP, looking at, what has contributed to some of the unfortunate events. And we need to know that Nepal's safety space, on the one hand, it is a simple equation of productivity and profitability and the required protection. And this is what we will try to investigate. Over these 4 days, what I want to do is I want to offer tools, practical tools, not just theory. We might have to understand some of the definitions, I agree. But I would like to unpack and reorganize the toolbox and actually give you, the participants, some specific processes or tools to work with when it comes to safety and to human factors. And as has been highlighted, it is not possible to actually take human factors and safety management apart. They belong together. There is a close coupling between them, because humans might be the cause of some of the issues, but they're also the solution. This is what we need to recognize. We can't just look at human factors as this. As I said, they're the source as well as the solution for safety risks. I plan to help participants understand how we can, as I said, translate SMS very practically, and where do they fit into some of these models that are out there, there's a little issue that goes on, isn't there? We want to be safe. We want to be legal. And we need to be compliant, isn't it? However, in reality, what happens, there can be divergent factors that drive us apart. My question is, what is it that drives it together? We say it's management system, but what part of management system will bring a solution that will drive these three circles back together again? This is what I would like to explore with the participants. Another factor I'd like to look at is it's often mentioned in literature that national culture, is a problem or a challenge in latent threats. And if you look at Daniel Marino and some of the books by Helbright and Merritt, they say aviation safety is like, a three-legged stool. And what we don't talk about is this third leg of national culture. How can we quantify and qualify this? How can we actually make that work? I did this in 2016 in our CRM course with the helicopter operators, and I plan to do this a little bit again today, over the next 2 or 4 days. We're well aware how technical factors, they still keep improving. We're aware of that. And how we are still working on content and on concepts of not killing each other in the cockpit as we're flying together. The captains and the first officers. And implementing safety management. Yet, we know that it is moving beyond. And the total system era has arrived. Also thanks to technology that now makes this possible. So, as a great Chinese philosopher said, we might have thoughts over these next 4 days. We might have thoughts that need to be translated into words that will become actions. And this is what I would like to do, is I would like to think about things so that we can talk about them and that we can make commitments for actions that will become habits, that will form our character. And what is character? Character can also be called culture, safety culture. And that should be our destiny, I believe. And my desire for Nepal is that the international aviation world community will look to Nepal as a beacon and will say, the destiny that they have chosen in aviation and aviation safety, this is something to strive for. So, of course, we will have to do some of the basics. I understand that. I have no illusions. I might be able to say I'm a safety specialist, but I'm not an expert in Nepal. And there is no silver bullet. If you read any article, you are promised easy solutions, to become fit. Can we just become fit in aviation safety by reading an article? I don't think so. We're going to have to do a little bit more than that. I'm very happy that I'm not the smartest person in this room, otherwise I would not be here. It is you, dear colleagues, dear practitioners, dear owners and operators of aircraft. And I hope that these 4 days can serve as reflection, and that we don't have to imitate, and that we certainly don't have to learn from experience. This is my goal looking forward. Is it going to be easy? No. We know if we start building new aerodromes, there's stones that have to be removed, sometimes in remote areas, that just cannot, it seems impossible. But how do you eat an elephant, as the African proverb goes? You start one bite at a time. I know elephants in this culture, they mean something different. but it might sound insurmountable, but we have to start. So it is with great pleasure that I can be here, and thank you very much for your time, and soon we will be ready to start. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the highlight session. It really was the highlight of the aviation safety campaign today. Now, moving on to the vote of thanks. Before that, I would also like to request you all to, if you have any questions, you all can please ask our Captain Daniel. Sir, please. Any questions from the media or our aviation members, please? Okay, thank you so much. Moving on, now we have vote of thanks and closing remarks by Mr. Manoj Karki, sir. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished guests, partners and participants, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and a warm welcome to the grand inauguration of the 10th Safety Aviation Campaign, a remarkable collaboration between the Airlines Operators Association of Nepal and our ever-dependable partner, the World Food Programme. We are deeply honored to have you join us for this significant event which revolves around two themes, safety management system and human factors. On behalf of Airlines Operators Association of Nepal, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for gracing us with your presence. Your participation speaks volumes about your commitment to advancing aviation safety and efficiency in our region. We are especially honored to have the esteemed guest from Ministry, Mr. Joint Secretary and Deputy Director General from Civil Aviation as our chief guest and special guest. Your presence reaffirms the government's dedication to fostering a safer and more robust aviation sector. I would also like to express our sincere appreciation to our collaborators, the World Food Programme, for their invaluable support in making this event a reality. This partnership underscores our shared commitment to enhancing safety standards and operational excellence. To our esteemed participants, experts and speakers, thank you for sharing your knowledge and experiences. Your contributions are instrumental in shaping the future of aviation safety and efficiency. Last but not the least, a big thank you to the organizing committee, sponsors, volunteers, and all those who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to ensure the success of this campaign. Your dedication and hard work have brought us to this point, and we are immensely grateful. Let us all use this for 4 days to engage, learn, and collaborate as we collectively strive to make aviation even safer. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive and rewarding event. Thank you all.
Thank you, Manoj sir. Now it's time to wrap up the program. Thank you all our dignitaries. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for showing your calm presence. Sorry for the errors if there were any, and I hope you all have a good day ahead. Thank you so much.